School feels normal to us. We wake up early, sit in classrooms, follow bells, do homework, and repeat this routine for years. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why is school designed this way? Why do bells control our time? Why do students sit in rows? Why do we learn some things, but not others that we actually need in real life? Today, we're going to explore 7 weird school facts that might completely change the way you see school. These facts are real, historical, and scientific, and once you hear them, school might never feel the same again. Let's begin.
Why do school use bells?
Every day, millions of students move at the sound of a bell. Class starts, class ends, lunch begins. But school bells were not invented for education. They came from factories. During the Industrial Revolution, factories used bells to control workers' time. The bell told workers when to start, when to stop, and when to move. It was a tool for efficiency and control. When public schools were created, they copied this system. The bell helped manage large groups of students the same way factories managed workers. So when you hear a school bell today, you are hearing a system that was designed over 100 years ago, not to help learning, but to control time.
Why does school start so early?
Many students feel tired in the morning. This is not because they are lazy. Science shows that teenage brains are biologically programmed to wake up later. At night, the brain releases a hormone called melatonin, which controls sleep. In teenagers, melatonin is released later at night and stays longer in the morning. This means early school start times go directly against biology. So why do schools still start so early? The answer is not science. It's adult work schedules, transportation systems, and tradition. In many places, school times were designed to fit parents' jobs, not students' health. That's why so many students feel exhausted, unfocused, and stressed in the morning. Their brains simply are not ready yet.
Why do students sit in rows?
Rows of desks feel normal, but this design has a hidden purpose. Rows make it easier to watch many students at once. They reduce movement, they reduce talking. This layout comes from military training and factory organization. It prioritizes order and discipline over creativity and collaboration. Modern research shows that students learn better through interaction, discussion, and movement, but rows are still used because they make classrooms easier to control. So when you sit in a row, it's not because it's the best way to learn, it's because it's the easiest way to manage behavior.
Who invented modern school rules?
Most modern school rules were created in 19th century Europe. At that time, governments wanted obedient, punctual, and disciplined citizens. Schools were designed to teach behavior before knowledge, being quiet, following instructions, arriving on time. Education was less about curiosity and more about training people to fit into society and the workforce. This system worked well for industrial societies, but many of those rules still exist today, even though the world has completely changed.
Why are most classrooms so boring?
Walk into almost any classroom in the world and they look very similar. Plain walls, straight desks, very little color. This design reduces distraction and helps control behavior, but it also reduces stimulation and curiosity. Studies show that color, movement, and flexible spaces help students think creatively. Yet many classrooms still follow minimal designs made for control, not inspiration. The classroom wasn't designed to spark imagination. It was designed to keep things predictable.
Why do we learn this, but not life skills?
Schools often teach subjects that are easy to test: math, grammar, history dates. But skills like managing money, paying taxes, emotional intelligence, or problem solving are harder to measure, so they are often skipped. Standardized testing plays a big role in this. If something can't be tested easily, it's often ignored. That's why many students graduate knowing formulas but not how to manage real-life responsibilities. Education measures what is simple to score, not always what is most useful.
Why does homework exist?
Homework was not originally created to improve understanding. It was created to build discipline. Early education systems believed that repetition and routine would shape good behavior. But modern research shows that too much homework does not improve learning outcomes, especially for younger students. What it does increase is stress, anxiety, and burnout. Homework became tradition, and like many traditions in education, it stayed long after its original purpose was questioned. School was never designed to be perfect. It was designed to manage large groups of people efficiently. Understanding this doesn't mean school is bad. It means school is human-made, and humans can improve it. When you understand how education was built, you can learn smarter, ask better questions, and think more critically. And that is the most important lesson of all. That's nerdy. And now you know.